Good morning, good people. How you doing? Welcome to Stock Up with Larry Jones. You guys know all about it. Do the like, subscribe, and all of that. Hey, I'm probably on 4 hours of, I'm sorry, 3 hours of sleep. So if I mess up and say something incorrectly, forgive me. I've been monitoring this situation half the night, and just got up to keep you guys informed. Days like this, it makes it hard for everybody. First of all, we pray for the Ukrainians and some the Russian citizens, because the innocent people are the ones that always pay the price. And so days like this make it extremely difficult for even me to do my job, because this is the toughest day for guys like me. So if my eyes are red and my voice is deep, I have not had any sleep, but I just wanted to keep you guys informed and keep you guys up to date of what's going on. We have to talk about what's going on. I didn't want to come on last night because, can you guys hear me? All right. I didn't want to come on last night and seem like a warmonger. And so I'm going to read a few things that happened, because I'm going to tell you right now, the pre-markets are really, really ugly. Let me just keep it real. This has wiped out all of my personal gains in banks. Banks tanked last night. It just pretty much wiped out everything except oil so far, right? Good morning, good people. And I'm going to read a few things, and we're going to look at a little news, and I'm just going to hang with you guys for a little while so we can see what's going on. It's really, really, really bad. All right, so last night, Russia proceeded to invade the Ukraine. The president is had a meeting with G7. The president of the United States is going to be addressing our country at around 12 o'clock Eastern time in the afternoon. All right. There's a report a Russian plane has been shot down. Ukraine citizens are fleeing, heading towards the Poland border. There's been a run on banks and grocery stores. A lot of the Ukrainians are staying there. They're saying, we're going to fight. This is our country. Moscow is banning flights until March 2nd. And China blames the U.S. for raising tensions because, China, they have a relationship with Russia. I'm just going to report the facts and not what I think. Okay. We have to know all of this that's going on. And some people are going to say that this is a buy. I have been saying that we will go past, January lows of January 27th. I've been saying that we're going to go past those lows in a lot of stocks. We're below those lows. A lot of stocks out there are oversold in crypto. I did a little crypto buying last night. So far, I bought it a little lower than where it is right now. A little Bitcoin. You guys know my top three right now. A little Polygon, a little Solana. And it's just a bad situation. This is one of those black swan situations that, just come out of nowhere. January 1st, no one knew that this war was coming January 1st. We knew there's rising tensions here in the past few weeks, but we don't know, right? So there's a lot of opportunity out there, yes. But I will tell you right now, if you are looking at your portfolio and it is red and it's extremely red, I will tell you that you are not alone. Anybody that has stocks or crypto right now are just bleeding, and it's really bad. Okay. So, it's crazy. Yeah. Somebody said this. Yeah, that's a bad combination. It's just not good. Okay. Some people will say this. We all know that China, the Chinese government is, hey, good morning, my brother Duran. Somebody got to go to work, man. Go to work. Somebody got to make some money because we ain't making no money today. Love you, brother. Yeah, so it's they've invaded. There's been loss of life. Of course, there's been Ukrainian soldiers that have been killed and Ukrainian citizens that have been killed. I don't know if Russian forces have been killed. I'm pretty sure there's going to be bloodshed on both sides. War is never good, good people, and I don't care who you are. You may say, oh, you're warmongering, or you're taking sides, or that's political. Me saying war is never good is not political. Those are facts. God created life, and who are you to take life? Okay? So I can clearly say that without being political. It's just not good. War is never good. Innocent people are always the ones that pay the price. And if you live here in the U.S., before you get on your high horse, I want you to Google how many countries the U.S. have invaded, right? So let's just keep it all real, okay? But let's just talk about the situation that is going on. It's not good. Hey, how you doing, good people? So this one says, my nephew's in Ukraine. He left Ukraine to Europe. It's very bad there. Hey, man, we're praying. Heather, we're praying for your nephew. We're praying for the innocent people there in Ukraine because they're the ones that's getting attacked. All right? Yep. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. Let's look at a little news. Let's see what's going on with the markets. As we can see now, let's see, no, this is not live. This can't be live. Why is that? What in the world is going on here? Oh, 5 years. That'll be why. That's not live. Let's look at Tesla from last night. Look at this, good people. Tesla, $700. $700. My last video, I said Tesla could hit $700. It was amazing that Tesla was $750 yesterday. And now, as you could see, Tesla is $700 in the pre-markets. $700. And to be quite honest with you, it could come down to the next support, which is in the 500s. I bought some yesterday for higher prices, as you guys know. I bought some. I canceled my order at $750, and so now I'm most likely going to buy some today. But it gets difficult because you do run out of powder. You can only buy the dips so far. I get it. I understand. Disney is in the pre-markets is down 6%. I'm sorry, 4%, -6. It's just been really, really bad. I'm going to look on my phones here. Good morning. Good morning, good people. Tesla is going to 650. I don't know. No one knows at this point because it's really, really bad, good people. And, I'm upset at a lot of things. I'm upset that Biden is going to come on at 12 this afternoon. It's really, I think the sanctions are weak. A lot of people think the sanctions are weak. And then you have President Trump that I haven't heard him condemn this yet. He condemned Biden, but he hasn't condemned this. So there's a lot of blame to go around, good people. I'm gonna say something that's gonna be political because I feel the need to say it. Put your trust in God and not in man. Don't follow one man. Don't believe everything 100% of anything that one man says. So you got people like Putin, you got people like Lil Kim, Kim Jong-il. When you give man, I don't care what man it is, when you give man 100% total power and you say, I'm going to bag you and follow you whatever you do, man will always fall until his own devices, okay? And so what I'm going to say is you better put your trust in God and not in man, because what will happen is they'll get these superiority complexes and they won't care about you. They just care about stroking their egos. That's all I'm going to say about any dictator around the world, including some of the ones that we have here, all right? So that's why I'm an independent, good people, because we have to look out for people and each other and not these rich politicians. I don't care if it's Republican or Democrat here in the United States. When they get through, they got the best health care. They get their over 50% of everybody in Washington are millionaires, Republicans and Democrats. You got Nancy Pelosi with her golden globe that could, make these plays on stocks that they have insider information. Let's call it, let me stop because I'm going to get it in a lot of trouble. And then there's a lot to blame on the Republican side. And so you look, Trump's a billionaire. All right. I'm going to just keep it real. And so we're fighting these fights. We're fighting one another. And at the end of the day, you're going to have millionaires and billionaires, and they're going to go sit on their gold toilets, and they're going to have the best of everything. And you and I are going to pay the price. Look at your portfolios, good people. Look at your portfolios. Look at what's happening to you. Look at everything. Look at the inflation that you're going through. Look at how much you're paying for groceries. Look at how much you're paying for lumber and everything else. So these guys could have these battle of words. Sometimes we have to turn off CN spin, and sometimes we have to turn off fake Fox News. That's what we got to do, good people. And we have to see what's real, because opinionated news is just not good. It's not real news. Okay. I had to say that. I had to just get that off my chest. For those of you that are in one camp or another, 100%. Always question everything, good people. So like Putin right now, there's no one questioning him. Now, if you question him, he's going to eviscerate you. Lil Kim Jong-il. If you question him, he's going to eviscerate you. So what happened to the middle, people? What happened to those of us that are in the middle? What happened to those of us that stand for our rights, but we're not extreme liberal and we're not extreme conservative, which is most of America? What happened to common sense? We're being forced into one side or the other. What happened to common sense? Okay. It's insanity. So you and we just have to speak the truth. And yes, there's some good things that both have done, but when your side does something bad, like attacking the Capitol, then you speak out against that also. It's okay for you to be in one camp or the other, though I'm an independent, but when your side does wrong, be a man or a woman and stand up and say, wait a minute, that's wrong. But no, we just follow like sheep and we just sign up 1,000% for our side. And what happened to common sense? Let me keep it. I had to get that off my chest, good people. All right. I love each and every one of you guys. You guys are the ones that I care about, and not these crooked politicians. Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's look at what's going on here. Let's take a look. A listen, should I
say. And this is a significant moment.
Whenever it happens, wherever. Streaming free now.
All right, they're going to be returning 27.
There's no better place for fun with friends.
So, stop bleeding. Hey, I appreciate you, man. And I know we've been, let's listen to what's going on.
We want to get you caught up on the timeline of events that have transpired so far.
Yeah, let's start with last night, about 10 o'clock p.m. U.S. time. Russian President Vladimir Putin delivered this TV address you see here and said that Russia would be conducting military options in Ukraine. Then just 15 minutes later, NBC News teams heard explosions in the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. That's the aftermath you're seeing there on your screen of those explosions.
10:25 p.m., President Biden released a statement strongly condemning the Russian attack, saying in part, Russia alone is responsible for the death and destruction this attack will bring. The United States and its allies and partners will respond in a united and decisive way. A little after 6 o'clock this morning, an advisor to Ukrainian President Zelensky said at least 40 Ukrainian soldiers had been killed in the attack so far. Joining us now is Jeremy Bash. He's the former chief of staff for the CIA and Department of Defense, as well as an NBC News contributor. Jeremy, good to have you with us. I just want to know what's on your mind this morning.
Joe.
We've been talking about this for days and weeks. Now it's happening. What's important to talk about right now?
Well, the U.S. intelligence community predicted this, and the Biden administration, I think, did a very effective job at warning the international community about exactly what we've seen unfold over the last 24 hours. This is a very complex and significant military attack by Putin's forces against Ukraine. And Ukraine's not a small country. Ukraine is the largest country in Europe. It's about the size of Texas with a population of more than 40 million people. And so when Putin goes after these command and control nodes in the Ukrainian capital and elsewhere around the country, he's really trying to disrupt and degrade the ability of the Zelensky government to control their military forces to defend their country. And I think we're likely to see, Joe, over the coming days and weeks, increased intensive fighting, intensive combat, where Russian troops are going to flow into these populated areas. And I think they're going to ultimately try to grab territory, grab government buildings, and drive the Zelensky government into exile.
Hey, so I got a comment here. Really, Larry? Come on, man. You think Putin is the problem? I can't post this because you're using profanity, man. I'm open for discussion. What do you say? Ukraine was the part of Russia 32 years ago. This, he used some, I'm not saying that Ukraine is have clean hands. There's a lot that goes on about Ukraine that you and I just don't know. Let's just keep it real. All I'm saying is that war is not good, okay? And whether you think the Ukraine is right or wrong, no one has the right to just come in. Now, let's see. He said he's not going to occupy, right? He's just attacking. He said he's not going to occupy. But if someone comes in and takes over an entire country, that's wrong. It's just wrong, And I'm not saying that Ukraine is all right. But I know wrong is wrong, and so that's just my personal opinion. So that's it is. So I agree with you. Democrats and Republicans are the two sides of the same coin, and I want you guys to do that. I want you guys to, like I said, there's plenty of blame to go around. Google how many countries have the United States invaded. Just look at the facts. And so generally, like I said before, and I caught flack for saying it, generally there's more than what you see. When a country invades another country, it's more than what you hear. It's more than what you hear. There's generally other things behind it. I said it in my other video, and it's just true, So let's just talk about I'm going to stick to how it pertains to us and our money. Okay. It's, oil is I did a put on some oil. I call on some oil. And I'm going to see how that fares out. But I'm going to keep it honest with you guys. Now the Dow futures have dropped down more than 800 points. So the Dow is, the pre-market of the Dow is negative 800 points, good people. And so if you're asking about one stock or another, then you need to just zoom out and see what's going on with everything, because everything right now is a bloodbath, right? Everything. Let's see. How come my Fox News is not? It's not coming on. I'm sorry. So I try to get the news from all sources. So they've been pretty consistent. Fox Fake News and CN Spin, because they spin everything. So on this reporting, I will say they both have been pretty consistent on just reporting what's going on. You can't deny it. All right. Gold and oil are green. Yeah, I bought some manna. This is true. We pray for everybody that's involved. At the end of the day, you're going to see women and children, bloodbath. You're going to see a call for blood, banks. And in no way can you justify that for the one person that commented, not the one that I read, one I didn't read. There's no way for you to justify bloodbath and innocent children dying, women and children dying. You cannot justify that. There are certain things that's worth more than money. And you can't justify that. It's just, you can't justify that. You tell that to your creator when all of this is said and done, when all of these politics and all of this crap is over. I'm going to tell you, and I hate to sound like a preacher. Everyone listening to me has a maker, a creator that you're going to have to answer to. You're going to have to answer to it. When all this is said and done and over, you're going to have to give an account. Me, myself, I just want him to say, well done, thy good and faithful servant. That's all I want him to say. But those of you there's people going to have to answer for murder. There's people going to have to answer for all of the stealing that they've done from us and our families, our 401ks, our parents and our grandparents, for the housing mortgage situation of 2008, all of the lies and all of the money that's taken from us. We're going to have to answer for it, right? So you can't just live in this world and do whatever you want to do and don't think you don't have a price to pay. You got an ultimate price to pay, and that price is going to be more than what man is going to inflict on you. All right, let's keep it going. Bitcoin 28K. Let's look at it right now. Come on. Right now, Bitcoin is 35K. You're saying that Bitcoin could come to 28K. Well, Bitcoin actually is a little up from where it was last night. Okay. So if you think it's coming to 28K, man, you have to do what's best for you. Yep. Come on, fam. Come on. Good morning. Good morning. What crypto are you getting into? Where is that at? I bought, my man, you bought a little more Tezos. So last night I bought some Solana. I bought a little Bitcoin. I got some Mana and some Polygon and a little Crow. That's what I bought last night. And I am going to do some more buying. I'm just going to, I'm just going to wait and measure it out. Now, these attacks was done in broad daylight. Okay. So when you were sleeping, Russia was attacking. For those of you that don't know about war, when you attack in broad daylight, you want the world to see, right? We got to see what's going on. So unfortunately, the markets are closed, and the only thing that could reflect what's going on is crypto because it's traded 24/7. And so I was able to make some crypto plays, but even though I have pre and post market trading, we couldn't trade. And so the timing, everything else is evil, is what it is. All right. Shut up about the SQQ. What are you talking about? Oh, Google account. I didn't say anything about the SQQ. What are you talking about, fam? AMC updates. I'll tell you right now, there is no updates. We have to monitor this situation. This is a black swan situation that we knew for the last couple of weeks that was coming. You know, I was hoping against hope. I was praying that this did not happen. There's been plenty of threats before and never happened. What did you say here? Man, I can't get you, bro. I'm trying to get this conversation. Well, you said you found what? Here we go. What did you say? Larry, the United States that I love so much, founded on blood, sweat, and tears of certain people. I love the United States too. I love the United States of certain people. Yeah, I get you. That's right. Yeah, the United States was founded on the blood, sweat, and tears and slavery. I know what you're getting at. So there's a lot of evil to go around. All right, there's a lot of facts to go around. But let's understand that we are all here together. We are all immigrants one way or another. If you're listening to me, most of us can't go past 8 generations and end up in the United States. Mostly everybody listen to me. If you go past 8 generations, you're going to wind up in another country, right? America's the great melting pot, and it's a land of freedoms. I love this country, and there's no other country I would rather live in. Okay. But that does not mean, for those of you that's listening to me around the world, that does not mean you do not try to help to make your country a better place, right? Morning, stock brother. What's going on with you? Good morning, Uncle Larry. I recently did a video on Russia versus Ukraine crisis and how it affects our portfolios. Check it out. Thanks. Okay, stock brother, will do, brother. Love you, man. Yeah. Let's see here. Wow. I don't have a portfolio. Should I make one today? Man, I will tell you, out of everybody that's probably listening, you are probably in the best. I have to keep it real. You're probably in the best situation right now. Anybody that's just getting into the stock market, you're in a great situation right now. But I will tell you that you have to prepare yourself for volatility, because this very well could not be the bottom. Okay. We could go lower than where we are today. So if you're making a portfolio today, if I were you, knowing what I know, I would definitely be getting in today. We don't know. We don't know if this thing goes on and he winds up going out full assault and try to take the whole country. And that's going to be extremely bad. This is going to cause yet higher inflation. Gas prices will go up, oil will go up. And so this very well could not be the bottom. He could pull back a little bit and just say, all right, we're just going to negotiate these 3 provinces or these 3 states, independent states. And then this could kind of cool off, and this could be the bottom. But nobody knows for sure. And no one has a crystal ball. So I would say, if you're getting in right now, prepare for volatility, right? So right now, myself and everybody that is watching, if they can't see the futures, when that opening bell rings, it's going to be a bloodbath. And I can't tell each and every one of you what you should do. All right. I can't because everybody's different. Some people bought it. Good morning, my sister. Some people bought it at the very top. And yep, there you go. And some people have been DCAing. So now, for those of you that are dollar cost averaging, I'm definitely going to continue. And I want to say this about my $5 a day cup of coffee. Everybody, $1 million cup of coffee. Everybody's portfolio is not going to look the same. Some people are buying every single day. Some people are buying weekly. Some are bi-weekly, and some are monthly, depending on how they get paid. So what you want to look at is the percentage, not the amount of money that you're making. For someone that's buying every day and for someone that's buying once a month, you're not going, your percentages and your performance is not going to be exactly alike, right? So, and so yours is not going to look like mine. But just remember this: pull up a chart and go out. Go out. I would say all the way back to March 16th of 2020, and see what's going on. And you'll see that, number one, I believe that we're going to give back, if we haven't already by today, giving back, and I've said this before, all of the gains we made in 2021. Like we've given back all of the gains. Yeah, we're going to give back all of the gains. And so that's why profit taking is important. But for those of us that are $5 a day in, and that's just, some of you guys are $10 a day. I think I'm going to move to $10 a day. I want you to concentrate on the percentage, right? So we're not just doing this short term. We're doing this long term. We're going to do this until 2025. Because if this is the bottom and you have enough cash left, you can, if you think this is the bottom, you could take your $5 a day and say, you know what? I'm just going to buy for the rest of the month right now. Some of you can say, I'm just going to buy to the end of March right now and just cool off if you have that much cash available when you have black swan situations like this, right? But for those of you that are slow and steady, I want you to $5 a day, okay? I may take another $5 a day and go from the beginning of the year until now and just make it $10 a day per stock. I created these portfolios so you guys could you see the concept of buying through the red, right? That's what we want to do. We want to buy through the red. At the end of the day, right now, a lot of stuff is just oversold, all right? And if you continue to buy things when they're on a discount, and I'll say something that's really, it's going to sound kind of crazy. The longer these are undervalued and in the red and on sale, the longer, meaning this goes on for months, actually, the more you're getting stock on a discount. These companies are not going anywhere, right? And so the longer we're in the red and you're dollar cost averaging, the longer you're buying stuff on a discount. Eventually, all of this will be over. I will also say I doubt very seriously at this point that the Feds go up 0.5% on the 16th of next month. I absolutely believe they're only going up 0.25%. And they'll still be able to accomplish what they're accomplishing. They'll just have to have more rate increases, more rate hikes, okay? And so I just believe that it's just too much for the market. The market only can only take so much, all right, good people? Let me take some coffee because my lack of sleep is kicking in. All right, what do we have here? I need more powder. Yup, me too, sis, Ashley. We all need more powder. All right. Yeah, ARK is just beat down. And I will tell you guys, it's tough to do when it's like this. It's tough. It's really tough. I get it. Trust me, I am bleeding a lot of money. But I also know that every time something like this happened, when this happened in 2020, when it happened in 2008, And when this happened to me in 92, every time I leaned forward and bought through, I always thank God that I did. I never regretted it. It profited me. So if you ever listen to Warren Buffett before, I'm going to say, listen to him now. When others are fearful, be greedy. All right? When others are fearful, be greedy. Now's the time to be greedy, but it takes guts to buy when they're this deep. And what I'm also going to say is, if you bought Tesla at 1100, whew, Tesla at, so if you bought it at 1100, it's 715 now. Then I don't know why you wouldn't buy it at 715. So it was 700. It went down. It's actually pulling a little up pre-markets. Now it's up to 715. And for those of you here, let me do this. I want you guys to watch this that haven't seen my other video. Okay, this is very, very, very important. If you have a legacy broker, good people, I want you guys to watch this. If you have a legacy, hold on, this time is totally different than World War II. This is true. This is true. Yep. But listen, good people, I want you guys to see this, right? Because this is very important. A lot of you guys, those of you that are new, I want you to watch this because this is important. And I want you to know this, right? If you have a legacy broker, what you can do is when you go to make a trade, right? I'm going to keep showing you guys this, all right? I'm going to use the SPY for an example, but you can use Tesla, you can use Microsoft, you can use Google, you can use a stock that are $3,000, and you can just do fractional shares. So if you don't have enough money to buy a full thing of Tesla right now, you could do this. What you do, now this is Fidelity. You go, you hit the buy, right? Let's see, there we go. I already pre-recorded this. You put it in dollars. So you hit buy in dollars, then you put your amount. I'm just going to use $5 for an example, okay? Now, if you just want to buy it at this price, you hit market. But if you want to limit the price, meaning if you want to assure that you're getting it at $7, then you hit this limit button, okay? So you hit buy, and then not shares, but dollars, put the amount of money you want to buy, and then you can hit the market order, or you could hit limit order for those of you that want to go to work and you say, hey, I want Tesla at $7 on the head. You could set the limit button and then go to work, right? And then if it hits $7, you just bought, if it hits 700, then you just purchased this stock. And you have to, I think the minimum is $5, but you can start to, load your portfolios that way. You can start to buy in that way, good people. I just wanted to show that. I know for some of you that's fundamental, but a lot of people don't know that. Okay. All right. Buy now. Buy Tesla. Yep. So you think Tesla's going to drop to 600? It could. It could. I bought some Tesla a little higher. I started buying Tesla yesterday, as I shared with you guys. I'm just going to hold it. I'm just glad that I just didn't go all in. This is why, good people, you never go all in times like this, right? I've been here before multiple times. It wasn't because of war, but I've been here before. And some of you guys that have been trading a long time, you've been here before. And the same thing goes for crypto, good people. If you think that this is the bottom, then I want you to go to your crypto portfolios. You could go to your Coinbase, and I want you guys to start looking at how it performed in the last day. See what it did last night, right? And last night it took a bigger hit than it is now. Crypto is actually up from where it was last night because I bought it at a lower price than it is right now. Some of these coins, all right? So let's just go to the day. Yeah, if you go to the day on Solana. Solana last night hit $75 and right now is $81. Okay, here, let me plug this up so you guys can see it. And so this is how I gauge, let's see here. There we go. This is how I gauge if, you know, the initial shock and awe is going to be bad or good. Okay. So like Solana, let's go back here. Sorry. So crypto.com was 35. As you could see, Solana was, let's see here. Solana, as you could see, was $75 last night. It's 81, right? Let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin last night was 34. I bought some at 34. It's now 35, right? And so crypto took a bigger hit, it seems, last night, okay? And so this is how I kind of gauge when black swan events hit like this. Like, is it going to get worse today, crypto, or was the worst when it actually happened? And so crypto started tanking last night. So that's what I'm looking at, good people. All right, what time is it? It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm just going to end this at 8 o'clock and just go there, stand down, Sleepy Joe. I'm just, I hear you. Market crash is just the beginning. Wait until stuff affects our daily lives. I mean, this could be true, you know. Going lower. Are things going lower or higher at open? Oh, at open. Let's see. Let me see something here. Let's see if we could get something going here. It's hard to tell in situations like this because we don't really know. Sometimes the market absorbs everything right away. All right, let's look at the pre-markets right here, good people. So in the pre-markets right now, the Dow is down 738, the S&P is down 96, and the NASDAQ is down 385. Sorry, good people. So this was, actually the Dow was down 800 points, and now it's down 700 points, okay? And so you can see it right there. Here's the Dow, here's the S&P, here's the NASDAQ, okay? We got 30 minutes before opening bell, and we shall see. I mean, we shall see what's going on. Let's see what the good people here are talking about.
More about all of that than he cares about building a functional economy or being part of the modern international order as we tend to see and define it. I mean, the idea that Russia isn't big enough already territorially and that therefore expanding to include all possible Russian speakers or at least Ukraine, this would be Putin's priority. I mean, he's already had a bad economy for a decade, even though the sanctions we've imposed since 2014 have been limited. You combine that with COVID and with, you know, ups and downs in the oil and gas markets, his GDP growth has been mediocre for 10 years, and now it's probably going to be negative for 10 years. So he just showed us what he cares about more. And unfortunately, it's an old-fashioned style of military conquest more than it is any kind of commitment to his own people's well-being or his economy's future.
Michael, thank you for your time today. Michael Hanlon. We should take a quick final look at the markets before we hand things over to Squawk on the Street. The futures this morning under some pretty severe pressure. Dow futures right now down by 773 points. S&P futures down by 100 points. The NASDAQ off by 390, and this comes after 4 to 5 days of gains for each of these major averages. The 10-year note at this point, yield has been under pressure as well, as this is seen as a flight to safety. You're going to see right now that the 10-year is yielding 1.870%. Obviously, this raises a lot of questions about what will come next from the Federal Reserve. How do they deal with inflation and higher commodity prices that we're seeing as a result of all of this as well? We're going to continue to watch this for you every tick of the day. We're going to hand things over in just a moment to Squawk on the Street, but the three of us will be back here tomorrow morning to pick things up. In the meantime, make sure you stay tuned to CNBC all day. Right now, it's time for Squawk on the Street.
Good Thursday morning. Welcome to Squawk on the Street. I'm Carl Quintanilla with Jim Cramer, David Faber. Futures are sharply lower as Russia launches war in Ukraine. Air and ground attacks across multiple fronts. European markets down big. NASDAQ's on pace for a bear market. Got oil near 100, the VIX to 37. Historic implications across asset classes, and we'll cover it all today. The Ukraine invasion front and center this morning. Russian President Vladimir Putin announcing late last night that military operations had begun. The offensive appearing to stretch across the entire country with explosions and air raid sirens heard in major cities, including the capital of Kyiv. Ukraine's president declaring martial law across the country, and President Biden calling the attacks unprovoked and unjustified. He will meet with G7 counterparts this morning before addressing the American people. Jim, we're on watch to see how more severe sanctions get, and then obviously any signs of commodity disruption.
Right. I do believe that we are down as much as Europe, which isn't right. Europe's directly impacted in terms of the energy costs. But let me just back up for a second. This is horrendous. That he is going to get away with it, which I think he can, because he's got basically a lightning strike here.
So there we have it. Good people. It's the markets across the world, including Russia's market, is down. It's war is not good. We have to understand that this community right now is a world community as far as finance, imports, exports, and it's just really, really, really bad. And it's bad for everybody. Somebody asked the question right now, is now a good time to get into oil, or is it late since the market just opened? Yes, it is late to be into oil, but is there money to be made in oil? Yes. It all depends on how this escalates. If it continues, then you can still get into oil and make money if this gets prolonged. But at some point, when this is over, oil is going to start to come down. And so what you don't want to do is be late to the party. I always say don't be late to the party. So I'm not going to say you're too late. I'm going to say you're late. All right. But there's money to be made. You have to monitor it. No one knows. I can't say definitely. But I'm not going to say you're too late, but I am going to say that you're late. If that makes any sense. I don't know what even this is all about. This is let's see what you're saying. This is the perfect opportunity in this market. Don't be scared. Be smart. You bought Tesla at 900. You should be. Yep. Yeah, this is right. And I'm going to say something about this comment. I can't pronounce your name, but I'm going to say something about this comment. And this is true. There are some of you guys that are, look at natural gas. Look at natural gas up 6%. Now, there are some of you guys, I'm going to say this, and this is what I used to do in 2008. When you buy something and you know that you bought it undervalued, right? You bought it a stock that is undervalued and you think it's oversold, then sometimes you just got to buy it and not look at it. That's why, I have 5 portfolios and I'm soon going to have 6 different portfolios. And my buy the dip portfolios, I buy on situations like this, and I don't monitor it every day. I just don't. I wait for another black swan event like this, or let's say the Fed raises the rates by 50%, stuff that's going to hit the market really hard. I go to my buy the dip portfolio and I buy more. And I don't look at it every 5 minutes. I'm not doing this every 5 minutes, good people. It's going to cause high blood pressure. For what? But at the end of the day, like this person said, Tesla will be $1,500 one day. And if you bought it at 7 and it's 15, that's 100%. And all you had to do was wait and not have all that anxiety, good people. And so that's what I'm going to tell you during this time. You know what? I'm just going to keep going. This is going to be a marathon. I'm going to stay here until opening bell at this point. Yeah, I'm just going to stay here to opening bell at this point. SPY at 400. You know, I can't. There are certain things, like I believed in my heart of hearts that Tesla was coming down to 750 before this Russian attack. Okay. And because I said that in January, that Tesla, you'll be able to get Tesla at 750. And it came there yesterday. No one knew 100% for sure that this was going to happen back then. But now here we are. All right, let's see here. Uncle Larry, can you explain share loss when taking profits? Share loss when taking profits? I'm not sure if I understand. When I say take profits, I'm saying that I took profits back in December because I thought the market was, stock were just too green. When there's stock that run up too quick, too fast, then you should take profits, right? And not try to be greedy, right? And it's just the other half of what Warren Buffett said. Be fearful when others are greedy, right? When you buy a stock or crypto ridiculously low and it runs up too high and you go, what? This is up, what? 200%? At some point, you have to ask yourself, always remember the greater food theory, meaning that someone else is going to buy it higher than you bought it. And at some point, when it's too high, you just need to simply go in and sell some of it. You could sell 25% of it. You could sell half of it. And sometimes you sell it all. So you guys remember about a month ago, I bought Tesla at $895-ish. And then I sold it at 1178, 76-ish. But I'll be honest with you, I saw that swing coming and I went in really heavy and I bought a lot of shares of Tesla. So I made a lot of money, but I got back out because I saw Tesla coming back down to 750. So there's times to swing a stock and there's times to invest in a stock. The shares of Tesla that I'm going to be buying now at these prices, I'm not going to be selling. So you just got to know when to take profits and never be afraid to take profits, because if we're honest, especially for those of you that are new, the biggest problem is two problems. We come in late, right? So we're late to the party. We try to get into a stock like we should have got into banks in December when I was talking about we need to get into banks because the Feds are raising rates. The problem is it's not sexy at that time. And so banks are boring. But when you get into them, so we're always late to the party, let's be early to the party. But then we need to take profits when it's time to take profits. Don't try to time it at the top. No one can guess it. So I don't have problems selling 25, 30, 50% of a stock if I think it's going to go down. And then also keep this in mind. If you think the stock is going to drop higher than your purchase price, I don't care if you're up 100%. If you think something like this is coming and it's going to drop it beneath your purchase price, then sell it all. All right? If it's not your long-term plan, all right, or one of your long-term plays. I hope this helps some of you guys. All right. Okay. Please open Discord. I bought me Kevin's Discord and now down. Oof. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't mean to post that one up. I should have read it first. I try not to be negative on other YouTubers. This is a risk game. And the reason why you guys are my Discord, I am going to put a like button or the button that you could actually just contribute anything you want to. I am going to do that. You guys are my Discord. And there's some Discords that are great. I sent somebody wanted to learn about options, and I sent them to Keenan Grace's Discord. And you know what? They came back and said they're making good money. So Discords, there's some great Discords out there. So I'm not against Discords. But what I'm going to say is you guys are my Discord right now. And I'm never going to say never. But until anything changes, I am going to put a button on where you can just give whatever you want to. I give you guys everything, and I'm going to continue to give you guys everything. I give you my plays, I give you my buys and my losses. And right now, it's all about losses for everybody right now. So you guys right here, this is my Discord. All right. Let's see what's going on here.
Out on sanctions. According to U.S. and European officials, the question is whether it is too little, too late. President Biden will speak in the early afternoon after meeting with G7 leaders virtually this morning. That meeting was scheduled to take place at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Meanwhile, uncertainty is spreading through Europe. In the UK, drivers filling their cars with gasoline, prices spiking higher on fears of supply shortages. And in Ukraine, nationals there withdrawing money from ATMs in Donetsk, one of the breakaway regions.
Let me answer this. Do take profits mean sell shares? Yes, it means selling shares. When you are down like today, you can look at your portfolio, any one of them, you're going to see a sea of red. I want to explain this. This is very important for you guys to know right now. If this rebounds and you never sell, then you have no losses. I don't care how red it looks. Then you have no losses until you sell. You don't lock in a loss until you sell. What you have to do is see what and if you think the stock is going to rebound from this and go green again. On the same token, if you're up green and you're up 50%, 100%, that's just on paper. It is not a profit until you sell. It's the same deal. It all depends on until you sell some shares, right? So I just want you, those of you that's new, to understand that. You don't lock in a profit or a loss until you sell. And so I'm full of red right now. I'm not locking in because I bought them at prices that I believe is going to rebound. It doesn't take a lot of brains, as Warren Buffett said, to invest during a bear market. It takes temperament, and temperament is one of the things that I do have. Right? Okay. I'm going to stay live for another 15 minutes. Opening bell. My furnace is kicking on and it's going to get loud in here, and I just need to grab a cup of water. So I will be back. I'm going to do one of Matt Core's things and have you guys look at the chair. Do me a favor, everyone. Hit the refresh button and I'll be right back. All right, just warm the coffee pot back up. Let's look at the Dow.
They have markets to sell. The leverage here is nil. Look, if you flew the 82nd Airborne in, which is a great division, and said, listen, have at it, Russia, well, that would be very different. We did not send the 82nd Airborne. We sent them some munitions.
Well, we sent them to Poland to help actually to Poland, didn't we?
We agreed to sell some Abrams tanks this week.
The 82nd Airborne, yeah.
Yeah, right? But, well,
to deal with what could be a refugee crisis, which, by the way, is also going to be an issue for Europe.
If you attack Poland, well, I hesitate.
I'm not saying we're.
No, I hesitate to think of the consequences if they attack Poland.
Well, that is a big part of the discussion this morning. Senator Warner, for example, saying, what if a cyber war develops in which other NATO allies are, in fact, like Poland, affected? Then what?
Okay, so
What's
Palo
our
Alto,
response then?
Nikesh Arora was saying these can be prevented for the most part, but you have to spend money. But if some of our major banks haven't spent money, I mean, these countries don't. But Nikesh Arora, when he was on Mad Money earlier this week, laid it out. You can stop these attacks. They're not as brilliant as you think.
We're going to watch that. Obviously, the opening bell in just under 15 minutes. We'll take a break here. Keep your eye on futures. There is a lot of corporate news. It's a difficult morning to talk about it, but we will try to get to Discovery, Moderna, Baba, Tesla, Lemonade, and more when we come back.
Add Downy to your wash for all the freshness and softness of home, even when you're not at home. Feel the difference with Downy.
Dear MS, from day one, you've tried to define me.
But I never invited you in. It's my life.
And this is my journey.
I've found a way to do things differently with Ocrevus, an infusion treatment that's 2 times a year.
For adults with relapsing or primary progressive forms of multiple sclerosis, Ocrevus is proven effective in reducing relapses in RMS and slowing disability progression in RMS and PPMS.
Don't take Ocrevus if you've had a life-threatening allergic reaction to it or have hepatitis B. Tell your doctor about vaccinations or if you've had Hep B, as it could come back. A common side effect of Ocrevus is infusion reactions, and some may require hospitalization. It can increase your risk of infections, which can be serious and may decrease certain types of immunoglobulins. While PML was not reported in clinical trials, it could happen. An increased risk of cancer, including breast cancer, may exist.
Sorry, MS.
You don't get to control
every part of me.
MS can't own us.
Ask your doctor about 2 times a year Ocrevus.
We love our new.
All right, I'm back, good people. All right, so let's see what's going on. All right. Yep. Yeah, I agree. All right, let's see. I disagree with that. I disagree. I disagree with that. There's been many things never bet against the United States, man, because one of the things that, I'm sorry, y'all, this is, always take care of this stuff before I come on. But man, you guys don't, I've been up, for those of you that's just joining, I've been up. I've only had actually less than 3 hours of sleep. I've been monitoring this situation. And so I went to bed after like 2 o'clock, and then I'm back up at 4 o'clock. So, all right. Talk to us about charging stations. All right. That's a good question. Charging stations right now are so beat down. Let's see here. Charging stations are so beat down. It's funny that you asked that. I did buy, I am going to buy some more Volta. Volta right now is $3.85. Okay. EV Go is at $8.45. All right. And then ChargePoint is at $11.67. ChargePoint is down 5.7%. EVgo is down 7%, and Volta is down 7%, right? So I'm buying charging stations, and I'm just going to say this, good people. I'm buying them, and I'm not even thinking about the price for the next couple of months. I'm not thinking about what's going to happen from here. I'm not thinking about the volatility, and I'm not going to worry about how low they go, because they are all grossly oversold at this point. Because look at Tesla right now. Let's look at Tesla, see where it is. So Tesla, as you can see right now, is 713. If Tesla breaks below 713, below 700 and starts to plummet, it's going to take all of the EVs down with it and charging stations down. It's going to be guilt by association. And I personally believe that it's a buying opportunity. Remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell a stock or crypto. All right. But that's what I believe. And it's going to take some guts, good people. I'm just telling you right now, it's just time to have guts. And I know it's difficult for some of you guys. I will tell you that do not invest monies that you need this year. Don't take money out of your bank. Don't take your grocery money. Don't take your mortgage or your rent money and buy stocks right now. It's going to be very volatile. Don't put in any money you're going to need right now. Only invest money that you could let ride. And right now, I'm telling you, if you're not a long-term investor, these are the times where they're great opportunity for long-term investments. I'm just telling you guys the absolute truth. These are the time for long-term investments. Let's look at the pre-markets again. Yep, 753. Let's look at a chart. I'm gonna bring a chart up, good people, because these are some of the things that we have to look at. Let's look at Tesla. Let's just go to Tesla, shall we? How much time we got? All right, we got about 8 minutes. Okay. TSLA. Let's look at this. Man, this is the longest by far. All right, we're going to go 5 years on Tesla, okay? And so good people, look at this. I want you guys to look at this on Tesla, right? So this is Tesla. As you can see here, this is February of 2020, right? And what happened? This is March of 2020. I want you guys to look at this really, really carefully, because this is going to hopefully help a lot of you guys in times like this, okay? So look at this. This was Tesla running up before. Hey, thank you. Thanks, fam. I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate all that you guys do. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's $5. It's still, it's a blessing. I call it a blessing. All right. So, yes, Tesla. Yeah, Tesla could go below. Yeah, Tesla can go below 700. But let's look at Tesla. All right. So Tesla was going before what? 20, March. You know, I say March 16th. So look at this, good people. I want you to look at this really, really hard. Tesla was going up before COVID. Look at that. And it went up here. And when it got to here, and then it fell down from COVID. This is the most important thing I want you guys to look at. People were panicking right here. People were panicking at 83. Okay, this is pre-split. Okay, people were panicking. Oh my goodness, this is where we are again. And then look at what happens if you would have just held on. Look at that. Remember, this was COVID. This was the worst thing that hit the stock market in 12 years. And look at what happened for those that just held on, right? So even though we are down to $700, look at where we were during COVID. So this is what I'm encouraging some of you guys that are in this for the long haul. I'm talking to those of you that are in it for the long haul. This is what you want to look at when establishing your positions, okay? And so there's going to be other stock. I think Tesla is the best. NIO and Volta are looking appealing. Yep. I have them all. I have it all. I have NIO. I have Volta. Yeah, you guys know I got into NIO for that swing play, and I got swung, but I'm still holding. Okay, where we at? 27. We're close. Yep, that could be. Yeah, that could be that. So I think that this would be the floor for Tesla if it breaks below these support levels. Okay. I had a conversation last night, and that's where I believe that Tesla was going to, but I may be proven wrong. Right. So let's go live. Western Ukraine cities. Nope. I want to be on the opening bell in a few minutes. Let me just get this up and going so we can just go right into opening bell when it hits. Okay. All right, good people. All right, who are looking at some stocks that are, hey, good morning. Who are looking at stocks? I want you to put down some stocks that you think that are good, or crypto that are good long-term plays at this point. Okay. So I am looking at some more Disney. I'm looking at some more Tesla. I'm looking at all of the charging stations that I just talked about. ChargePoint, EVgo, Volta, establishing more for long-term positioning. All right. Long-term holds, long-term investing. I already have NIO, so I'm not buying any more NIO. You said Apple. Apple is a good blue chip company. For those of you that don't have any blue chip companies, now's that time to be looking at buying some. Yes, AMD is another good long-term stock. AMD and NVIDIA are good long-term stocks. And yes, Mana, yeah, NVIDIA, absolutely, right? Let's look at Palantir, though Palantir can continue to drop. Those are good ones. Someone said Palantir and Apple. I wholeheartedly agree. Listen, a lot of people are asleep on ARK, but the ARK is so beat down that I'm going to pick up some more. Remember, you do your own due diligence. I know a lot of people hating on Kathy Woods, but I am. All right. Long term for you, Tesla. Tesla's going to make a lot of people a lot of money. Tesla will be up 100%, I believe, from where it is here currently within 12 months. Okay. Let's catch this opening bell right quick.
This is the destruction that we're seeing.
Right.
And Macy's has nothing to do with Ukraine.
No. Not a thing.
Not one bit.
Let's get to the opening bell here in the CNBC Real-Time Exchange. At the big board, it is Cohen & Steers celebrating its real estate opportunities and income fund. At the NASDAQ, its Power Up acquisition, a SPAC, celebrating its recent IPO. As David said, we're going to be on watch to see if the NASDAQ does declare a bear market, at least on a closing basis. Would be the first since March of 2020. And if you're just joining us, the big news of the day is Russia launching war in Ukraine. We mentioned the air and ground attacks. Airports in Kyiv bombed. A lot of major roads have been jammed, long lines at gas stations, Jim, bus stations, pharmacies, and pictures of refugees, parents with their kids.
It's terrible there. And, you know, look, we didn't really do anything. Well, I mean, we talked a good game.
Well, by saying that, you imply somehow that there was a...
So you guys see where it is, opening bell. I didn't think I was going to be able to make it to opening bell, but we did. Hey, okay, what does this say? Hi, Larry, you are keeping this up. I'm getting ready for work and can't keep up right now. Hey, I understand. I tried to come on early enough for you guys that were getting ready for work, depending on where you are. You know, I dozed off. I literally was going to be up all night. I didn't want to come on last night. I know other YouTubers were up last night as it was going on live, midnight last night. And I just wanted to wait till more facts come out. And I didn't want to appear like I was, you know, warmongering or whatever. But I wanted to keep you guys updated on everything that's going on right now. All right. So let's look at one more. It's going down. Yes, it is. It is. But, you know, this is one of those things I want you to think to yourself. Is it a overreaction to what's going on right now? Is this an overreaction or not? If it is an overreaction, then it's a buying opportunity. If it's not, it's going to go down, you know, more red. And, you know, no one knows right now, at this point, what it is. So look at this. We got the NASDAQ, the Dow, the S&P, everything. This is over the last 5 days. Everything is tanking. Look at the percentages. These are the major indicators, okay? The Russell's down 5, NASDAQ down 6.5, S&P down 433, Dow down 374, okay? This is, we're in it, good people. We're down in the gutter, as they say. We're down in it. And so I'm going to end by saying establish some good, so this is the time to look forward, right? And what I mean by that, Google is a good one. So for those of you that are late, you could just go back the last 10 minutes and you'll see a lot of good long-term plays that people are talking about getting, okay? And just look at it if you're looking for some buys. But now is the time to exercise some temperament, right? Now's the time to exercise some temperament, good people. That's what it's time to do right now, to exercise some temperament in picking and selecting stocks or crypto. That's what it's time for now. I will tell you that all of these stocks are worth looking at right now long term, because there is plenty of money to be made in even some of these solid plays. Look at it. Tesla right now is 700. It's 700 on the head, right? 750 cents. And a lot of people thought it would never get down that low. In, you know, there again, we were just talking about 750s and now we're at 700. And unfortunately, I want you to be careful at this price. Look at the video before this, because Tesla could come down, could drop as far down as 500. I was talking to my technical guy, Josh, and he was bringing this up, and it is so true. Josh Nichols. And so I just want to tell you guys to be extremely selective in what you pick right now, because there's a lot of things that, even though they're beat down, they still could be falling knives, okay? So it all depends on your temperament. How much red can you afford to see? And what I'm going to say is, when you make a buy on a purchase on a stock or a crypto, and you have done your research, okay? and you have high convictions on these plays, high convictions, not based on your heart, but your head, then buy it. Yeah, Tesla is a falling knife right now. Then buy it and just don't look at it. If you know that, yeah, these are good. These are good. NVIDIA, Apple, EVgo, all of these are great. Yep. I'm DAL, I'm not sure. But I know I've personally, NVIDIA, Apple, EVgo, and Tesla are some good long-term plays. Good long-term plays. Okay? Yep. This is what we're doing. All right, this is what we're doing. Now's the time where it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of guts. Lucid, I just drove a Lucid 2 weeks ago, looking at, and it's not just about the car and driving it, but I will tell you, Lucid Motors is going to be a winner, right? They're going to have to raise more capital. There's going to be some more volatility with Lucid. But I'm telling you guys, at the end of the day, Lucid is going to be a winner. And you're going to be looking at these LCID. You're going to be looking at these prices one day and going, I woulda, coulda, shoulda. Lucid is at 23.50. Actually, Lucid is not doing so bad right now. Lucid is down 2% right now as we speak. Okay? So it's not doing bad, but they're building a solid product, and that's a solid company. Okay? So that's what I think about Lucid. Yeah, Tesla's a falling knife. What else? Gala's good. PayPal. Look at PayPal. Where is that at? Yeah, you just bought some Volta. Volta's good. Just hold. Just hold. So I believe you meant $5 a day now or closing bell. I like to do my $5 a days on Friday, but days like this, it doesn't matter if it's Friday or not. It's not a sell-off weekend. So I would say do half and half if you can. Buy some now, half down. On days like this, I buy some now, and then I would also buy some at closing bell. So just take it, you do your math, buy half now, and then buy half like the last half hour, because sometimes there's a sell-off, okay? If this was Friday and all of this was happening, I would tell you to wait to the last half hour. But this may be an overreaction in certain stocks or crypto, okay? That's what I want to say about that. Gala, yep, I'm a yes on Gala. And let's see, Zoom. Zomedica, you know, I made money off of Zone. I just wouldn't be, you know, I'm not strong on Zomedica right now. That does not mean that it's not a play. I'm just not strong on it right now. I just believe that there's a lot of more better plays. Yes, yes, and yes. Sandbox, yes. Polygon, yes. Gala, yes. Yep. For me, remember, do your own. Yes. I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack for ARK, and it's getting beat down. And the only reason I'm buying it because it's so beat down. Let's look at ARK. Let's do, let's see here. Let's look at ARK and go from there. This is why I'm buying ARK. And if you don't have 5 years, then don't buy ARK. I'm just telling you right now. If you don't have 5 years, then don't buy ARK. I just, okay, let's look at ARK. I mean, so I have a 1 year up. Look at that. 160, and now we're down, look at that, $57. And I'm going to buy ARK right now. I'm going to buy a little right here where we are. I'm going to buy a little. Yep. Yeah. But, I'm not going to buy a lot because ARK could fall more. Yep. Yes, I'm telling you why. We'll see. Are you kidding me? Nope, I'm not kidding you. I'm just going to buy a little ARK, and I am not kidding you. The only reason why I'm buying ARK right now, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't care how weak a company is. When you establish that a company is oversold and you think it's going to be something greener down the road, then I've personally have made a lot of money. And I will tell you, my first purchase was 92. And I know you said, are you kidding me right now? But just think about this, and this is why. And I'm not telling you guys to go load up on ARK. If you notice, I don't really talk about ARK. I'm talking about it because you guys ask. I would just say buy a little bit, treat it like a penny bank. Just, treat ARK like a penny bank, okay? But it's so beat down. And just like a stock or crypto can only go so high up, it can only go so low, and then it turns around, okay? ARK, if you are not into ARK for the next 5 years, then don't buy any ARK. Don't expect to make a ton of money on ARK right now. Whatever you buy in ARK, just expect it to mature in 5 years because that's what you're betting on. You're betting on future technology, okay? PayPal, I'm a yes. Yep, PayPal, I'm a yes. FinTech is there again. It's going long. It's going long, okay? I appreciate that. If you guys don't mind, I've been here almost 2 hours right now. Go ahead and hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. It's a small thing that you could do. Yep, you said Zomatica is a play. I just haven't been monitoring it. So you have to do that yourself, okay? I don't know. I haven't been monitoring ARKG. Some people love it. I just haven't been monitoring it. Here we go. I'm not touching Doge. If proven time and time again, Doge or Shiba Inu, I go with Shiba Inu 10-1. That's just me. And every time I've put money in both, Shiba Inu has outperformed Doge. It just has. Okay, so that's just me. If you love Doge, I'm not telling you to sell your Doge. If you into that, then you do you, but not me. Okay. Yeah. Well, you guys know my point. I'm not buying Shiba Inu until it's under quad 0200. I'm actually looking at quad 019, where we are right now. I'm looking at quad 019 for Shiba Inu. And right now, to my surprise, Shiba Inu has been holding really strong through all of this. So if it goes down to quad 019, down to quad 017, then that's when I'm going to buy some more. And I'm going to be patient and wait until then. All right. PayPal is a yes for me. But remember, PayPal is a long-term yes for me. So I'm DCAing in. I'm just not buying one dips. And I'm just going to caution all of you guys right now to not just go in crazy, okay? You said AMC recovered? Okay, that's great. If AMC recovered, then that's good news. All right, let's keep it going. You already answered that for me. Thank you. Neo, should we buy Facebook? If you're not patient, don't buy Facebook. If you're patient, buy Facebook. Facebook is a blue chip company. Facebook is, let's see what Facebook is. Because remember, I was saying, now that was before this. I was saying, before this conflict, I was saying that Facebook, I wasn't looking to get Facebook until it got to 195. So remember, I was saying I wouldn't touch Facebook until it got to 195. Everybody was calling it a buy at 225. Now, here we are at 194. But now we have this conflict. So now we have to add that to the equation. All right, good people? So we got to look at that. If you're long term on Facebook, let's see what I have here. Let's go out 1 year. Yeah, I see if you're long term, you could start DCAing on Facebook right now. Yep. You got Solana at 7.8. That's good. Yep. Rivian. Yes. Now that's the only EV that Rivian is the only EV that I haven't gotten in heavy. I got like a few shares, but I'm looking to get into Rivian. Rivian's going to be a great car company for EVs. So I would say let's look at that. Clean Spark I'm not in anymore. Solana. Did I not say that right? Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do a deep dive on Etsy. I just haven't. It's just been crazy. I'm gonna do a deep dive on Etsy and see if it's a yes or no for me. Okay. There was no long term with this bear market. Okay. There was no long term with this bear market. Everything is crashing. Be careful. I disagree with the first part of that. I strongly disagree with the first part of that. And I agree with the second part of it. Be careful. Everyone be careful. He is absolutely correct. Sorry about that. I'm still on this. Everyone be careful. That is absolutely correct. But to say there's no buys in this bear market is not correct. There is, I would say, don't take all your money and buy. If you haven't seen it by now since the beginning of this year, that's the thing about a bear market. And I've been in a few of them since 92. All right. And when you think it's the bottom, it's not. And then you put all your money in and it goes lower. Then you out of powder. Then you scrape up some more money. You put all your money back in again because this is the absolute bottom because this wasn't the bottom. Then it goes lower. Then you go, oh, this has got to be the bottom because there was two more bottoms before this. Then it goes lower. That's what a bear market does, good people. And it goes on for months. Okay? That's what a bear market does, right? And your emotions is not going to change it. So the reason why I disagree with that statement is at some point, you just have to start dollar cost averaging because no one knows when you're near the bottom. No one knows what is going to be the bottom. And Larry, is right now the bottom? I don't know. Nobody knows. Hedge fund managers don't know. The president of the United States don't know. All of the Wall Street guys, they don't know. And so that's why the market will let you know when it bottoms out. But what I can say is when you find stock in crypto that are oversold and undervalued, then it's a good thing to start dollar cost averaging. That way, if you don't spend all of your money, now when you buy some here and you think that's the bottom, it's not, and it goes down and you buy some more, and it goes down and you buy some more, you're bringing your cost average down. The best thing to do during this period is to dollar cost average, because the people that are saying sell everything and get out, if you think that's right for you, then you do that. I can't tell you not to do that. Me personally, I'm talking about me personally, I've learned from experience, especially 2008, when I dollar cost averaged through 2008, those were the moves that made me money. And I will tell you, in 92, I got in doing all the whole .com crap. I got in, lost all of my money. That's when I learned lessons. And so there were years where I didn't invest, right? And then I got back in, and then what happens? I get back in in the 2000s. And what happens? 2008 hit. But I learned my lesson from the .com, and I said, I'm going to do things differently. Okay? All right, good people. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm losing my voice. If you think you need to sell everything, then you go ahead. Just remember this. Just remember this. Even as bad as it looks, you have not lost any money until you sell. When you sell, you lock in your losses. And so that's what I want you to do. Before you sell anything, I want you to go and look. Go to everybody right now. I want to show you guys something. Everybody right now. This is important before I sign off. Right? I want you to go to TipRanks. Now, TipRanks has a free site, TSLA. All right. There's a link below in my descriptions that talks about TipRanks. Okay. Now, I have the ultimate package. It's a paid package, right? But there's also a free package, right? So I'm going to tell you guys, when it comes to making money, and this is your money, please don't be cheap, because a small purchase can make you thousands and tens of thousands of dollars, right? So what I'm saying is find out what the Wall Street analysts look at. And this is not written in stone, but you could see what the Wall Street analysts say that they expect things to be in the next 12 months. So just look at this. This gentleman from Morgan Stanley, this was just 7 days ago. So why this conflict is going on, everybody, had the chance to, let's just go for them last 10 days. $1,300. This one says $300 and this one says $1,300. What you have to do is look at, this guy is right 60% of the 65% of the times. This guy is right 52% of the times. So let's take the entire 18 ratings, okay? And the average for Tesla is 1154. That's a 54% increase in today's prices. So the reason I brought that up is before you sell anything, look at the possibility of recovery, okay? Before you sell anything. So people that's getting on saying, sell everything, run, the sky is falling. Never panic sell. It's never good. And if you haven't learned that by now, you haven't been watching this page, because panic selling is not good. Okay, good people? I'm trying to hit you guys with some good fundamentals that's going to save you money or make you money. Now, if this is money you need, number one, it shouldn't be in the market right now. Only invest money right now that you don't need for the next 2 years is what I'm going to say. But what I'm going to say now, if you establish these positions right now, then just think about how you're going to look. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave it right there. Good people. And I'm just going to sign off. DCA. That's true. Yep. That's true. A lot of people are making money in precious metals right now. Yeah, a lot of people are making money in precious metal right now. Uncle Larry, my portfolio plan is Uncle Larry, my portfolio plan is long term. My gains were more than 200%. Now it's all gone. I hear you. So is it better to change my plan for long term holds to short term? Absolutely. And so what I also want to say, Hassan, is if you were up, I can guarantee you, I just want to help you, right? I can guarantee you in those positions, there were some that you should have taken some profits. When this market rebounds and it goes back up and we're back into a bull market, I'm going to say, hey, good people, it's time to take some profits like I did last year. Okay, I think I did last year in October. I said, hey, this market is frothy. It's time to take some profits. Are you crazy? it's a bull run. This market is going to grow. It's going to go. Listen, I am unlike a lot of YouTubers, okay? Not all. I will tell you, hey, this is bad, okay? But when things get good, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to look you in the eye and I'm going to tell you it's time to take profits. It's up to you to take it or not, okay? When you lock in those profits, the market can't take it away from you, okay? And so when we get back green, remember the second half of what Warren Buffett says. Be fearful when others are greedy. When the bull market gets too high, sell. Sell. And if you want to hold some, sell half. Not only that, there's times when if you're up 200%, just think about this. You could have taken your initial investment out and just play with the house's money. And I will tell you that more than half of the stock, actually probably 70% of the stock that I have right now that are invested is the house's money, because I was taking out profits and moving to cash, right? Those of you that have been with me, I tell you exactly when I'm doing and what I'm doing. All right, good people. All right, so I'm going to leave it right there. I love each and every one of you. This was like a marathon for me. Yeah, I already shared with the people. I bought some more crow. Okay. Yeah, everybody's not ready for that. Hey, I love you guys. Make sure you all hit the like button. I know this is a long video. It's going to be like 2 hours long. I just wanted to come on early before most of you got to work and to keep you abreast on what's going on with this conflict that is causing all of this downward pressure. It's 2 hours long, so you could go back and look at it. I am going to go to bed now and get some sleep. I feel like you guys are my troops, and I just wanted to lead. And sometimes on bad days like this, you just got to come out and you just got to, deal with it. Okay. Yeah, I'll be working on something. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to be with you through the worst of times. I am not going anywhere, and we'll go from there. All right, good people. Yes, please, everybody hit that like button. Yeah, I covered I didn't cover Shopify. Okay. I didn't cover Shopify because I haven't did a deep dive into it. And so I can't say good or bad right now. So yes, everybody, please hit that like button. I love you guys, and we'll see you later, okay? Oh, Sandra, I love you, fam. I just have no voice left. All right, good people. All right, I love you guys. Peace.